Redux, a predictable state container for JavaScript apps. Get started. And here we have is predictable. Redux helps you write applications that behave consistently, run in different environments, client, server, and native, and are easy to test. Is centralized. Centralizing your application state and logic enables powerful capabilities like undo, redo, state persistence, and much more. Is debuggable. The Redux dev tools make it easy to trace when, where, why, and how your application's state change. Redux architecture lets you log changes, use time travel debugging, and even send complete error reports to a server. Also, it's flexible. Redux works with any UI, user interface layer, and has a large ecosystem for add-ons to fit your needs. And here you have all the libraries from the Redux team. You have the React Redux and you have the Redux toolkit. So React Redux, official React binding for Redux, and the Redux toolkit, the official opinionated batteries included toolset for efficient Redux development. And here we have the documentation. Getting started, we have the usage guide, the tutorial, the frequently asked questions. We have the API reference, the community, and that's pretty much it. So now we're gonna go into the get started. Getting started with Redux. Redux is a predictable state container for JavaScript apps. It helps you write applications that behave consistently, run in different environments, client, server, and native, and are easy to test. On top of that, it provides a great developer experience such as live code editing combined with a time traveling debugger. You can use Redux together with React or with any other Vue library. It's tiny, it is only 2 kilobytes including dependencies, but has a large ecosystem of add-ons available. So here's the installation. Redux toolkit. Redux toolkit is the official website recommended approach for writing Redux logic. It wraps around the Redux core. It contains packages and functions that we think are essential for building a Redux app. Redux toolkit builds and our suggested best practices, simplifies most Redux tasks, prevents common mistakes, and makes it easier to write Redux applications. RTK includes utilities that help simplify many common use cases including store setup, creating reducers and writing immutable update logic, and even creating entire slices of state at once. So we're gonna see this part here, slices, later on. Whether you're a brand new Redux user setting up your first project or an experienced user who wants to simplify an existing application, Redux Toolkit can help you make your Redux code better. Redux Toolkit is available as a package on npm for use with a module bundler or in no application. So in order to install it with npm, you have to install Node.js and you have to type in, you go to your terminal, let me see, and pretty much just type in npm install @redux.js/toolkit. In yarn you have to do it yarn @redux.js/toolkit. Create a React Redux app. The recommended way to start new apps with React and Redux is by using the official Redux JavaScript template or the Redux TypeScript template TS for Create React App, which takes advantage of Redux Toolkit and React Redux integration with React components. And you can click in any of those links if you wanna read more about it. You have this GitHub, and if you go to the TS, the TypeScript, you also have these examples here like that. But yeah, if you wanna create an application with React, you have to do it in this way: React plus plain JavaScript template. So we would do it with npx, not npm, but npx create React app, the name of your app, double hyphen, and then template, and then Redux. So we can go to our folder. I have my folder programming.js, and I have a folder named Redux. And inside of that, I'm gonna create a new folder named let me see, I'm gonna go inside, and I'm gonna right click and open in terminal. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna type in npx create react create npx create react app, like that, and then the name of my app, I'm gonna just name it example, like this. Now double hyphen template, and then Redux. So I'm gonna press enter, and this might take a while, so we are just gonna wait for that. And in the meantime, we also have for TypeScript, so Redux plus the TypeScript template. So we have the npx create react app, the same thing, the name of our app, double hyphen template, and the only thing that changes is after Redux you would add a hyphen and then TypeScript. So that's pretty much it. So that is that in the create react Redux app. Now we're gonna see Redux core. So okay, it's still in progress. Okay, so we're gonna, in the meantime, we're gonna check out Redux core. The Redux core library is available as a package on npm for use with a module bundler or in Node.js or in Node application. And again, we already saw this, npm install Redux and yarn add Redux. It is also available as a precompiled UMD package that defines a window that Redux global variable. The UMD package can be used as a script tag directly. For better details, see installation page, so you can check it out. And here they give us a basic example. And let me see how we go here. So it's creating our React file, our React folder with Redux incorporated, so it's taking a while. Let me see. Well, we're just gonna wait for that. In the meantime, we have the basic example. The whole global state of your app is stored in an object tree inside a single store. So this is a keyword, store. The only way to change the state tree is to create an action, an object describing what happened, and dispatch it to the store. So these are keywords: store, action, and dispatch. To specify how a state gets updated in response to an action, you write pure reducers functions that calculate a new state based on an old state and the action. So they're giving us here this example, and again, this is just a general overview, so we're not gonna go deep into details. But here you would have import, and we're gonna create a store. So we're importing create store from Redux. It's pretty similar to React when you do import a function from React or importing a library from React. And let me see. Okay, so alright, so our example has concluded. So let me see, I have okay, so everything is here. So what we are gonna do right now is I'm gonna type in cd and the name of my folder, in this case example. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type code space that, so I can open it in Visual Studio Code. And this is our folder name, example. I press Ctrl plus tilde, and now we have pretty much a React Redux folder. So we have our node modules, and as you can see, we have a get ignore file and in this get ignore file we have our node modules, so that is the reason we see it here, but it's not in a white color. So we have our package.json. Let me make this one a little smaller, and as you can see we have React from lines 10 to 12 or 13, React down, we have React down, we have React Redux, React scripts, but we also have the Redux JS toolkit. As dependencies we have testing libraries, and what else do we have? We have the 8 testing library React. What else do we have? We have the npm start, and in order to start this project you type npm, not npx this time, npm, and then the name of the script, in this case start. What else do we have here? So I'm gonna press enter, and this should open in port 3000, and this is gonna be different to your average React. So we have React plus Redux, and they have this decrementer example that it comes by default. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And let me see in our in the public folder, so pretty much nothing is changing from the React example that we saw in the previous video, but in the source folder, in addition to the app, we have the features folder, and in this features folder we have a counter folder, and in this counter folder we have this counter.js, we have our the counter.js file, the css file, then we have the counter API, the counter slice that we're gonna see later on. But if we go into the app, we're gonna see the store.js. so we are importing a configure store from redux.js/toolkit. We are importing the counter reducer from the features counter and counter slice, and then we are exporting it, and we are exporting the reducer counter reducer. So that is that. And okay, again we have the app.js, that nothing is changing here. So the only thing that, as you can see, we have the app folder, and inside of the app folder we have the store.js, and inside of the features folder we have also our counter folder, where we have our counter.js, we have counter API, and we have our counter slice.js. So, and in this counter slice.js we're gonna have create async thunk, and we're gonna have the create slice. We are importing it from Redux.js toolkit, and we're also importing fetch count from the counter API. So right here we're importing it from this file. So that is that, and then we are exporting it. We're using asynchronous functions, so we're using await, we're gonna use the try catch, we're using states. Okay, so we're gonna be using add case builders, and yeah, we're gonna be using also the reducers. And what else do we have here? So they give us this example, as I already showed you here in this folder. What else do we have in the in our package.json? Okay, we already saw that. So this is the example, the general example that they're showing us here. So instead of mutating the state directly, you specify the mutations you want to happen with plain objects called actions. Then you write a special function called a reducer to decide how every action transforms the entire application state. In a typical Redux app, there is just a single store with a single root reducing function, and they're talking, for example, about this store.js that is inside of the app folder, that is inside of the source folder. So what else do we have here? As your app grows, you split the root reducer into smaller reducers independently operating on the different parts of the state tree. This is exactly how there is just one root component in a React app, but is composed out of many small components. The architecture might seem like a lot of counter app, but the beauty of this pattern is how well it scales to large and complex apps. It also enables very powerful developer tools because it is possible to trace every mutation to the action that caused it. You can record user sessions and reproduce them just by replaying every action. And then you have the Redux toolkit example. Again, we already saw this. The Redux toolkit simplifies the process of writing Redux logic and setting up the store. With Redux toolkit, the same logic looks like we are importing create slice, configure stores from Redux.js toolkit, and here we have this function, the counter slice, and we are setting it to the create slice. We have the reducers. We are exporting it, the increment, decrement, those functions here. What else do we have here? We have the store.subscribe, store.dispatch. Redux toolkit allows us to write shorter logic that's easier to read while still following the same Redux behavior and data flow. They have more information here about learn Redux. So you have Redux essential tutorial, you have this link, you have Redux fundamental tutorial, learn modern Redux, live stream, and you have a bunch of links here, more information. I'm gonna put this website, I'm gonna put this link for more information. You have other resources, help and discussion, and also you have should you use Redux,